You say you're going to a fiesta? You say you need to bring an interesting snack? Well, how about chicks and salsa? Approved by random roosters everywhere. No actual chickens are in the salsa. And as random rooster goes off to check on the hen house, let's see what's inside. We're promised a rollicking good time. We are promised a recipe. Oh yeah, a recipe for your own chicks and salsa for your next fiesta. There were grumblings in the hen house of Nuthatcher Farm. Grumblings, like that's not a normal chicken sound. Why ever are they grumbling? The chickens were tired of chicken feed. You know, same old every day. The rooster took it upon himself to solve this problem. I noticed their rooster doesn't look like a random rooster. Oh, okay. You're in a different hen house. Got it. Mrs. Nuthatcher, the farmer's wife, there she is, has started watching cooking shows in the afternoon. Oh, okay. And the rooster was perched on a fence post right outside the farmhouse window when he discovered the solution to his problem. Salsa! Oh, no, not salsa, the music. I always get those confused. Salsa, the actual dip, the sauce, the sauciness of life at a party. Led by the rooster, the chickens crept into the garden where they took tomatoes and uprooted onions. Ooh, she's got to be very quiet. There she is, pulling up an onion. This one's playing with her food. Oh my goodness, this one's already starting a tomato fight. Oh, that's gonna give them away. But they're moving quietly and quickly, getting the ingredients, which apparently the rooster got the full list off of the TV. Well, that night, the chickens ate chips and salsa, though nobody was quite certain where the chickens got the chips. The tasty tang of tomatoes and onions hung over the barnyard, and the rooster said, "Ole!" Now, pause for a moment here, because ole is actually from Spain, and chips and salsa is Mexican. But he's a rooster, so he wouldn't know that, but I thought you should. Very soon, there were mumblings at the duck pond of Nuthatcher Farm. Inspired by the chickens, the ducks decided that they were tired of fish. Not again. Same old. What do you want me to do, Bob? Oh, guess what's for dinner? For the 79th night in a row. Now, with the rooster's encouragement, you can do it, guys. The ducks dipped into the garden where they selected cilantro and gathered garlic. And that night, the ducks ate guacamole, though nobody was quite certain where the ducks got the avocados. Well, clearly somebody has some sort of subscription to Amazon Fresh or something. The spicy scent of garlic and cilantro hung over the barnyard, and the ducks said, "Ole!" Once again, the ducks not realizing that guacamole is more of a Mexican dip, and ole once again is a Spanish cry, especially after dancing. But they're ducks. They probably haven't actually been to Spain to know that. The next morning, there were rumblings in the pig pen of Nuthatcher Farm. Overwhelmed by the enticing aromas, the pigs decided they were tired of slop. Slop again? Guess what's for dinner? We all know what's for dinner. No more slop, people. So while the roosters distracted Farmer Nuthatcher, the pigs plodded into the garden where they borrowed beans and chopped chilies. And what is he pretending? Is he pretending he's fainting? He's faking a medical emergency. So now you know, if your rooster ever fakes a medical emergency and pretends to faint in front of you, go check on the tomatoes. That night, the pigs ate nachos, although nobody is quite certain where the pigs got the nacho cheese sauce, since that doesn't grow on a tree. So the delightful deliciousness of cheers and chilies hung over the barnyard, and the pigs said, "Ole!" because they heard the ducks and the chickens and they didn't know any better either. As everyone knows, when a passion for Southwestern cuisine takes hold of farm animals and so many sumptuous, spicy, savory scents collide in the barnyard air, it can only lead to one thing: Could it be leading to mice? I'm not sure, but boy, I know it's leading to a lot of happy pigs. That's for sure. Fiesta! The rooster got things organized, as that rooster does. That wily guy is always coming up with something. And then he returned to his fence post job to watch for a good enchilada recipe. The horses, meanwhile, decorated the barn. No horsing around there. The bull practiced his Mexican hat dance, though nobody was quite certain where the bull got the sombrero. Maybe it was in the avocado package? Regardless, he looks fabulous. Woohoo! As the chickens and the ducks and the pigs snuck into the garden, all their spicy Southwestern supplies were gone! Gone! No! The scallions had been stolen. The peppers had been pilfered. The limes had been lifted. Ay, Dios mío! But, I don't even want to look at that. But there were slurpings in the kitchen of Nuthatcher Farm. What kind of slurpings? Stirred by the succulent smells in the barnyard, Mrs. Nuthatcher had decided to make tamales for the county fair. The Southwestern mania spreads. A saucy sweetness hung over the farmhouse kitchen, and Mrs. Nuthatcher said, "Olé!" Once again, because Mrs. Nuthatcher has not been to Spain and knows that that is really a saying from Spain. And she probably heard it from the chickens and the ducks and the horses and everybody saying "Olé" now. Disappointed, the animals canceled the fiesta. I feel so dejected right now. I was completely ready to go get my Southwestern Mexican themed party on. That evening, the chickens ate their chicken feed. The ducks ate their fish. Quack. And the pigs ate their slop. Everybody's, at least they ate. But while the Nuthatchers were at the fair, the rooster crept into the kitchen, that wily rooster, and borrowed a French cookbook. How ratatouille of him. The next morning, the rooster ate crepes with white grapes in champagne sauce. Ooh la la. Though nobody was quite certain where the rooster learned how to read. Oh, well, that's easy. He was on KidTime StoryTime. A satisfied smile stretched over the rooster's beak, and the rooster said, "Ooh la la." Nope, ooh la la. Yeah, you work on that. So now you know. Oh, a recipe. That's right. I'm going to leave it there just for a second. We have hog wild nachos, guacamole, and Rooster's roasted salsa. Although, really, StoryTeller is jonesing for that crepe and champagne white sauce recipe now. Kids, have an adult lend a hand before you start making hay in the kitchen. That's brought to you by the KidTime StoryTime Mouse Attorney. With that warning, now you've been warned, and now you know how to make your fiestas sing with chicks and salsa. See you next time, kid, on KidTime StoryTime. Cha-cha-cha.